Welcome to my madness, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be taking a look at this popcorn bucket from Blue Beetle. Yep, this is a promotional popcorn bucket. When the Blue Beetle movie released here, about a couple of months ago now, back in August of 2023. And that's actually when I picked this up, and I meant to do a video on it when I first picked it up, and I just kind of forgot, to be honest with you. And the thing is this thing is still widely available for retail price. I mean, you can also find it secondary market prices on eBay and things like that, but you can also still pick it up brand new, and I'll talk about what that price is and where you can pick this up a little bit later on in the video. But why are we talking about a popcorn bucket? Well, it should be obvious if you look at this thing. I mean, this is the bug. This is Blue Beetle's The Bug, right? This is Ted Kord Blue Beetle's original ship that he had in the comics, and the one that did make the appearance in the movie as well. That's why this was put out as a promotional popcorn bucket. And it's actually really cool if you collect action figures. Now, I just kind of want to go over it a little bit and then show you kind of where it fits in with like some action figures and things like that out there on the market. But like, it's pretty damn cool. I mean, if you spin it around, it doesn't have a lot of detail on it, but it's got a nice kind of, metallic sheen as far as the plastic that it's manufactured out of. And certainly you could do some cool stuff with it if you wanted to, paint it up, do some detail work. Now, full disclosure, when you buy this, it actually comes with like a Blue Beetle movie logo on the back. I removed that with a little bit of acetone, and it also comes with a kind of a etching sticker thing here as well on the bottom that just has some of the information from the movie and the trademark and all that kind of stuff. And same thing there, I just removed it off of the bottom. But you can kind of get an idea of how big this thing is. And then also, because it is a popcorn bucket, it actually does open, if I could get it open, from the back here. And you can see we've got space in there, and seemingly little seats there in the back. Not really, because that's just where the legs actually are kind of connected to the body. But you can see we've got the clear glass, we got space on the inside, we got some rockets on the back. It's actually really, really cool. Now, is this the perfect size for all your DC action figures or your Blue Beetle action figure or anything like that? Depending on what you collect, maybe, maybe not. I wanted to kind of give you an idea of how big this thing is. Again, it's a little small for, let's say, modern 7-inch scale stuff. As you can see here, if we've got a Batman figure here, I mean, yes, he could fit in the back. I mean, you could put this on display and it would still look really cool with 7-inch scale McFarlane figures, but obviously it's not optimal. And then if you get a little bit smaller and go with something like DCUC, it looks a little bit better, actually quite a bit better, to be honest. And then if you were to go ahead and, let's say, do something even smaller at DC Icon scale, it starts to look really, really good. I think optimal size to display with an action figure would probably be 3 3/4 to 4 inch, but just this right here like this, I think would look really good on a display. In fact, I'm setting up the display that I'm gonna have on my shelf with this thing once I do a little bit of work to it, do some detail painting, things like that, as we drop Blue Beetle there. But I'm gonna have this on the display like this, to where I've got both Blue Beetles in front of it, kind of like that on display. That's how I'm gonna set it up, because I think even though it is technically a little too small for these DCUC figures, it still makes for a really cool looking display. But this is just a really cool thing, and to go into price and what it's gonna cost, I mean, this thing costs $24.99, and you can still pick it up at retail at places like shopcinemark.com, or actually several other movie websites where they sell merchandise online. I'm gonna put a link to shopcinemark.com down in the description box below to this, so if you wanna go pick it up from them, you actually can, because they still have it in stock for retail price. Now, I do see this thing going on the secondary market on eBay and stuff like that, more in the $30 to $40 range, which, I mean, is what it is. Once you factor in shipping, I think that's just too much, especially when you can still get it actively at retail for that 25 bucks. I think that's obviously definitely the way to go. But this is just really cool. And I know there's been rumors, I don't even remember if there was an official announcement that I think, McFarlane is going to be putting out in their Superpowers line a Blue Beetle bug at some point. I don't know when that's coming out. I don't know what the price point on that thing's going to be. I have a feeling it'll probably be better than a popcorn bucket, but depending on what the price point is, this could be a better deal. Again, I don't know because they haven't put it out yet, but either way, I think this is just a really cool thing to add to your collection. Really cool thing to put on your shelf. And for $25, the cost of a McFarlane figure, you can have a Blue Beetle bug on your shelf that looks pretty damn cool. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to throw that together and show you guys this because I think this thing is pretty cool. So be sure to check out the link below where I put in there where you can pick one of these up if you want to yourself. And, as I always say, guys, thank you for watching, and always remember to enjoy your collection.